Feels like spring is almost here, and with Bank of Canada's decision to hold the rates, there's optimism in the air. Buyers are entering the market from the sidelines, perhaps due to fatigue or other reasons. We'll talk about how you can take this sort of a market to your advantage, whether you're a buyer or a seller in the coming months. And as always, remember to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click that bell icon so you'll get notifications as soon as we post. So let's get going. Welcome to another episode of Ottawa Real Estate Buzz. In this episode, we'll take a look at the recent Ottawa housing activity, and boy, are we seeing a shift in movement. Perhaps due to Bank of Canada's decision to hold the interest rates, the increase in unemployment rate, the steady inflation, and the fatigue that is come with buyers staying on the sideline and not knowing how long this sort of interest rate hold will last. And there's talk of perhaps a drop in the rates in the third or fourth quarter of 2024. So all in all, this has resulted in a optimistic perspective, and we are seeing movement now. In some cases, the offer presentations are starting to come back. Yes, the average price dropped, but now it's climbing back up again, and we are seeing slow movement, an increase in number of sales, in the average price, and so on. And whether you're a buyer or a seller, there's different way of strategizing for this. My recommendation again would be to secure something as a buyer now, because from new builds to resale homes to condominiums, we are seeing things are moving along much better now, optimistically. And if this rate hold is continuous, and even we get rate drops, considering the number of buyers that are out there, there will be a significant shortage in inventory, as I have said repeatedly in my previous episodes. Even though you've seen many units available for sale, it was due to the fact that everybody was just cautious and wanting to know what's going to happen. And once that certainty is starting to fall in place, everybody will come back into the market. So as a buyer, I recommend going after and securing a rate right now for 90 to 120 days, which will guarantee you that rate if it drops within that period of time, securing a property. And this way you don't have to get into any sort of lack of option in the months to come if the market picks up. And to avoid any sort of a multiple bidding situation we were facing previously. And if you're a seller who's looking to buy as well, I highly recommend doing the purchasing side now, getting an extension on the closing date, and then moving along and getting to selling your home. There is multiple ways of dealing with a scenario such as this. So if you're interested, reach out to me and we'll sit down and strategize and analyze how you can get this sorted so that there's no stress for you and everything goes smoothly. But it's possible to get your property now, get a long extension on your closing on your current new home, and then sell your property. And this way you will take advantage of a market such as this, because you've secured something, and by the time you end up selling your home, perhaps the market has picked up to a degree where you'll take advantage of the price increases. So that's that. And if you're just selling a property, investment property, it really goes back to whether your investment home is on a monthly basis or on an annual contract, how long your tenant has stayed, and what condition the property, what shape is in, who's your tenant, and if it's been kept well. So perhaps not the best market for an investor to drop their properties and sell if the property needs work due to the tenant. So it really goes back to what situation you're in as a buyer or seller. As a buyer investor, though, same thing. Whether you are buying to reside in the home yourself, I recommend getting something now, securing something now. Yes, your sheets may not balance considering the mortgage that you are paying now. You may have to pay monthly out of pocket, but when the prices do pick up, due to the drop of interest rates, you will benefit from this situation because you probably will appreciate, you'll pay less interest, and over time, because of the lack of housing, you get to increase your rental price as well. So that's my two piece on what's happening. I'll keep you updated in the coming weeks and months on the activity. And if you have any questions at all, I'm a text, phone call, email away, and I'd love to sit down over a cup of coffee to discuss any sort of question you might have regarding Ottawa's housing market. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at the activity of the non-condominium freeholds within the Ottawa region for the month of January. We'll take a look at the condominium market, and finally the rental market to give you the knowledge and the power to be able to make the right decisions. Okay, so taking a look at the freeholds, residential freeholds for the month of January for new listings year over year. Looking at 2023, we had 811 new listings and 845 new listings in 2024. So that's an increase of new listings of 4.2%. And taking a look at the active listings overall, we had 1,101 units in 2023 and 1,216 units active. That's an increase of 10.4%. So there are still more homes on the market. Now let's take a look at the sales activity and the average price, which will start to tell us where the market is actually headed. Take a look at 2023. We had 418 sold units, and 2024 we had 451 sold units. So that's an increase of almost 8%. Taking a look at the list to sale ratio, 2023 97.1%, 2024 97.4%. That's an increase of 0.3%. And as the average sale price increases, the average list price will catch up and increase as well. So we will see this gradual movement in the coming months if what I stated earlier continues as expected. Now, looking at 2023 average price, $645,394, and looking at 2024 month over month, year over year, $671,382. So we're increase of 4% in the average prices. And take a look at the days on the market. That's another indicator on how well the market is moving. We have 41 days for 2023 and 47 days. So the number of days hasn't adjusted yet, but it remains to be seen in the coming months. So it's an increase of 14.6% year over year. Now, taking a look at the condominium market. For the new listings for 2023, we had 203 units, and 2024 208 units, though slightly more new listings for this time of year, a 2.5% increase. And look at the active units, available units on the market, 340 active listings in 2023 and 338 units for 2024. So almost the same for the condos in terms of the inventory year over year, so a drop of 0.6%. Looking at the sales activity though, 2023 83 units and 2024 93 units. So number of sales has gone up by 12%. Looking at the list to sale ratio, 2023 96.9% and 2024 97.6%. So that's an increase of almost 0.7%. So not a lot of change there. Now, again, looking at the average sale price, 2023 418,000 and again 418,000. So not a lot of change. So it's holding steady condo market for the time being as far as the average sale price goes. And number of days is almost the same thing. So it's holding right now. And typically with condos, when the residential freehold non-condominiums start to move and pick up, that wave typically takes a little while to catch up with the condominiums. So that's really key to keep track of. You can look at the rental market. The inventory active listings for 2023, 730 units, and in 2024 we had 647. So that's a drop of 11.37%. So this is showing us that even during winter, year over year, we have lesser inventory. And what this will mean essentially, when the rental season, being April, May, starts happening, and this is continuous, then the only result will be the increase of rental prices and lesser inventory available to those renters. And looking at the sales activity, 475 units rented for 2023 and 377 units rented. So that has dropped also by almost 21%. So things are adjusting with the rental market, and rental is impacted more seasonally than, for example, the residential or freehold markets. Okay, the average rental price for 2023 was 2,518, and for 2024 it was 2,671. So increase of 6.1%. And number of days a rental unit sits on the market for 2023, 36 days, and 2024, 34 days. So that's a drop of almost 5.5%. So not a lot of movement or change as far as that goes. So there you have it. If you have any questions, I'm free to answer them. As mentioned, love to sit down over a cup of coffee with you guys. Only a phone call, text, email away. And as always, please remember to click that little bell icon so you'll get notifications as soon as we make posts, to like this video, and to subscribe to our channel. Until next time, take care.